What's up? It's your girl Nikki St. Clair back on these YouTube streets, and I'm here to do a review on Pop the Balloon Catch Up with Braylene and Kiana. Now, when I say God has his hands on you and you are protected, y'all, God has his hands on the young lady Kiana. First of all, you can tell that she's done the work. I mean, she's checking all boxes. She's educated. She works out. She's committed. And any woman that goes to the gym and has their own business and holds down a regular job, they're busy. They're self-made. And when it comes to being an entrepreneur, guys, it's just not just open the store and that's it. No. You got bills outside of bills. You got permits. You got insurance. You got a lot of stuff. Everything is on you. Yet she set aside the time to pop the balloon or find love. And when I say God has his hands on you, at the beginning of the video, she herself said, hey, I didn't see the show. And I was backstage, so I didn't really hear anything of the women that went before me. But once I did see the show, and once I did read the comments, I was like, whoa. And I don't know if she saw all of this before they went ahead and Braylon pursued her and they started going out. But I will say this. I'm very proud of her. I'm proud of Kiana because she never changed who she was. She was consistent. And Braylon even said it. I'm used to women, they say they're about this or they are about that. But when I come into the picture, they pretty much fall short. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a confession of a hater. You want someone that, we women and men want someone that is going to support us and support our dreams. And when he admitted that, it was like, ooh. To me, this man walks around just self-proclaimed king of the jungle. He thinks his shit don't stink. And he feels like looks gets him in the door every time. And because he works out and he's sexy, that should be enough. And you should be bowing down to me. You should be checking for me and seeing what I want. And your world should stop for you to come see about me. That is so narcissistic. It is selfish. And I'm pretty sure the plane is going over, but I'm pretty sure if we can run the resume and check the references, he's had some good women that he's messed over. And 9 times out of 10, I believe that these good women did stop their program to cater to him and change things up to show, hey, look, I have all of these things going on, but I'm submissive, and you want more, I'm going to give you more. And you want to do this, I'm going to give you this. Whatever you want to do, babe, it's really up to you. And he seems like he got bored with him and was like, yeah, that's cool. You changed up everything for me. Yeah, like a king, like you should, as you should. And probably messed over them, ran through them, turned them backwards on their journey, and kept it pushing. And you have a lot of men out there that has the gift of discernment. And we were talking about this. I was talking about this a few weeks ago with a friend of mine. Gifts come without repentance, you guys. And I can tell that Braylon knows God. However, his gifts, he is not using them for the glory of the Lord. He is sizing people up and down, picking out what they don't have, what they do have, their strong points. And when he sees, he's like a bowling ball. When he sees bowling pin standing up, he rolls and just knocks it down. And he gets off on saying, got it, conquered, strike, I win. He's very competitive. He comes across as extremely feminine. He comes across as a straight up hater. And I'm just so proud of Kiana, because she indeed is an example of what a lot of black women need to be. You need to stand on business. You need to have things going on for yourself. You need to take care of yourself and love yourself. And you could tell that girl loves herself. And she loved herself enough to make good decisions. And I'm not going to say she's perfect. I'm sure she's fallen along the way before she got to the place to where she is right now. However, she has built a life for herself. And she has a lot to lose, and she realizes it. And she's not going to let some guy that she met on a show from another state come in, and she's not going to live reckless. You know? And his only complaint, y'all, his only complaint was, oh, she didn't give me enough. I wanted more hugs. I wanted more of this and that. I'm sure she gave him what she could give him. And that's about it. She has a life. And like he said, it's almost like I got to give it to her. I didn't get her this time. She stood on business. She meant what she said. But I felt there was a little bit of jealousy and a little bit of cattiness when he said, yeah, I let her shine on her platform. What the hell does that mean? I'm the woman. I'm supposed to shine on every platform. When I'm on your arm, I am to shine. I shine alone. I don't need no help. I don't need you to let me shine on my platform. Are you crazy? It seemed as though he's not on her level. Oh, she wanted to stroll and jog and this and that, and it just seemed like a level of jealousy. This girl is a unicorn. She's one that many would pray for. She's the girl that every man would pray for, and once he gets them, he doesn't know what to do with them. And here he is. She could actually have her own show, because here he is thinking he's this and that he's that. And the girl was not playing. The girl wasn't playing. And at the end of the day, it didn't work out. And I'm so happy that she said, hey, she assessed the situation. She realized what it was and said, hey, we're not compatible. And I know that was a blow to his ego, because he's like, well, shit. I didn't make the cut. I didn't make the cut. I make the cut all the time. I'm top tier. So he thought. I felt like she humbled his ass. I felt like he needed a little bit of humbling and a little bit of straightening. I'm proud of her. She's active. She took it upon herself. She found a step class. She wanted to experience things. She wanted to see how they did things. Hey, I'm into stepping. Let me see how they do things over here. She didn't lay up all day in the man's house and give him everything he wanted, and allowed him to deplete her, and allowed him to harvest her energy to a point where she's just sacrificing and making horrible decisions and cheating herself. She had a program. She stuck to it. I'm proud of her. And she just did not he doesn't deserve her. In my opinion, the way he was judging everybody that walked through there, he is what I would call undateable. He picked apart everybody. Oh, your toes are hanging off the shoe. It's just too much weave for me. It's this, it's that. Breaking people down and embarrassing them and getting off on it. And ultimately, in the end, he got his because she was trying to hold her peace. But at the end of the day, she embarrassed him. And he cried like a baby. He was just a wham wham. He couldn't get her. So, let this be a lesson, ladies. Don't let no man knock you off your square. Perhaps Kiana needs someone who is also a frat, who is also maybe an athlete. She's willing to travel. Obviously, she has her own money. She's used to living a certain lifestyle. She don't expect no man to do shit for her. She just straight up said, I got big girl bills. And she pays them. And she said, if you want more time, you want to pay some of these bills, I got you. And I noticed he tried to say something, but he straight up bowed down like, you know what I mean? Yeah, he was very hesitant. Because you know what? She pulled that card. And he wasn't with it. Don't allow these men, and this is not he-man haters video or anything of that nature, but I'm gonna let you know that we black women, we work hard and we take a lot, and we allow and have allowed many men to take a lot from us and a lot to throw stumbling blocks and abuse us, reproductive abuse, trying to get us pregnant. I had one guy, now here it is, look, I work a full-time 40-hour-a-week job. I was also doing freelance artistry as a makeup artist. I will work, and then I'll come home, and then I'll work some more. And then I cleaned up. My house was clean. I cooked. I kept my car washed. I sent for the detailer. When he met me, I was getting cameras installed around my house. I got me. On top of that, kept my hair done. There wasn't a day I kept my hair done. And then as a makeup artist, my face was always beat. I worked hard. I deserve nice things. I said, oh, there's this fragrance from Louis Vuitton. I love it. I want it. And I went and bought it. And y'all, I promise you, when I was like, do you like the way it smells? Oh, it's nice. And then he knew I had to get up at 4 a.m. to be at work at 5 a.m. The man wanted to stay all night long. And he wanted to do the nasty all night long, wearing me down, breaking me down. He wanted to do it till 2. I gotta be up at 4. But I allowed it. Because I was in a place of bliss. I've been without and been celibate for so long. And plus that, I was very, very picky. So when this man came along and he just was so fine, I let it all hang out. I became very, very irresponsible. And before I knew it, I was missing money. And he would do it on purpose. And I would allow it. And before I knew it, I'd be like, hey, I'm calling out. I started calling out, y'all. And guess what? It wasn't even like He would stay the next day and be like, come on, baby, let's get breakfast. I know you called out. You know, you got more time for me. I appreciated it. No, when he spent the night, he would get his ass up and get dressed and go do his thing. And here I am at home, didn't miss about 4 hours of work, you know, about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. I've missed most of my shift, so it's not like I could just go in later. And I basically missed money behind somebody who was hating on me. Yeah, sure, he liked me. He liked the way I moved, you know, and he was very attracted to me. He was over at my house almost every day, y'all. He had his own thing going on. He had his own money going on. You know, we go out, we eat. He would order food for us. I mean, it wasn't like he didn't have no money or he was looking for a place to live. But I'm letting you know, like, I want to be more like Kiana. You know, I am older than Kiana, I'm sure. But Kiana knows her worth. I had to grow to know my worth. She knows her worth. She knows what it is to sacrifice. And she has a lot going on. And she has a lot to lose. And she wasn't going to let Braylon or any other pair of pants knock down what she's built. Now here she is, no kids, nothing. She don't have nothing. She ain't got nothing but air and opportunity. And she strived. She took advantage and took the baton and she's headed to the finish line. And it just seemed like Braylon is temptation to a lot of women. He's sneaky. These are the things that I'm discerning. I feel like he's sneaky. I feel like he's in competition. I feel like he will study you. He does have the gift of discernment, and wherever you fall short, he will come for that weakness. Obviously, if they did do it, which I don't know if they did, it doesn't seem like they went all the way. He seemed like he works out on purpose just to know that his sex game and his body, that he is just irresistible. Like, he carries a Jezebel spirit. And he feels like he could do and get anything and anybody with the way that he looks and his swag. And the minute he feels like he's coming up short, he's going to come for whatever your weakness is. And the minute he gets what he wants, boom, he's going to ghost you. He's out the door. He's conquered you already. He's been to the mountaintop. Now, I don't know if they had sex or not. But one thing I do know is, yeah, he was in his feelings. To be gone and ghost somebody, and then all of a sudden you don't really even have time to even talk to him on the phone. You want to give them one-word answers, one-liners when it comes to text messaging, because you couldn't get her and you was in your feelings. And that is just so catty to me. And I'm so glad she was able to pick up the pieces and move on, like, oh well. Because you have a lot of men out there like that who they take pride in being destructive and just messing up people's lives and ghosting them. They get off on it, y'all. They get off on it. And I don't know too many women out there. I'm sure that they exist. But I do know a lot of men out there. He has a lot of options. And for him to say, oh, he just went out of town anyway, he probably went out of town with some other woman. He probably went out of town with some other woman who worships him, who makes him feel like he's the best thing since sliced bread. But she didn't have what Kiana had. She didn't have the she didn't have it going on like Kiana had it going on. And you know what his karma will be? He is going to he's definitely going to compare every girl to Kiana, because Kiana is indeed top tier. Kiana does check basically all 5 boxes, and Kiana knew her worth. And at the end of the day, she stood flat foot and said, "We're not compatible. This is not working out, and it's been a great experience. Bye bye," with no lovely parting gifts. And he had to eat that. And on top of that, he has to look like the douche that he is on national television with millions of views. And a lot of people, they already knew how he got down based on the comments when he was on the show initially. So, and then I did get to see the reunion. The reunion, he was on there and he was sitting there by himself, and that's when I knew. I said, I knew that this shit didn't work out. And I didn't think it was going to work out. But another thing that I knew of was him and Brian are peas and carrots. They go together like peas and carrots. They banter back and forth. And he kept saying, I like this guy. And really, really trying to be cool with Brian. And I just felt like there was some chemistry there. You want to say it was chemistry as far as friendship goes? You could say that. You can jump to whatever conclusion you want to jump to with that. But I felt like he and Brian were more compatible because they're two of a kind. Brian, I did a review on Brian earlier. It's in my videos. If you want to go check that out. But basically, Brian thought his shit didn't stink. And he got a wake-up call because they was like, no. He ended up walking away. Everybody popped their balloon. The minute he felt attacked, the minute he felt rejected, he went into full mode. How many baby daddies you got? Yeah. Well, once is an accident, but the second time is deliberate. And you don't make good choices. No, nigga, you didn't make good choices when you wore them pants. You talk too much. I'm 40. I'm going to be 41. I'm from the ghetto. You think you sound so cool with this pimpish tone that you're using. You're trying to be something that you're not. You're trying to be something that you thought was once cool. It's not working for you. And they are both just pretty boys looking for the worship. Like I said, they have a Jezebel spirit and they want to be worshipped for their beauty. And many women have fallen, and I'm sure they've run through many women, and I'm sure they all can come forward and tell you about their experience. But at the end of the day, Braylon met his match. He met what he thought was his match. And it turns out, baby, you ain't even ready. You ain't ready for a top tier woman. You ain't ready for a high value woman. And you look like you just came up short. Anyways, I hope that he reviews this and sees that there's definitely work that needs to be done. There's definitely some healing that needs to take place. And maybe he could try it again later on in the future. And maybe he'll be ready. But as far as I'm concerned, based on my observation, he's not ready for the woman that he says he wants. Anyways, I'm Nikki St. Clair. Thank you for stopping by. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to stop here. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.